Cool. So, back with more Rogue Trader. I've been, feeling to get itching to play this a bit because SMT Vengeance is coming out, which I'm going to really play through because the Elden Ring DLC comes out a week after it, which means I have like a week basically to cram a 100+ hour game in. But we'll see how that goes. And also, excited to see what things Vengeance was because I really enjoyed SMT5. But besides that, we left off. We just finished Janus. Off screen, I did a bunch of leveling basically, and got back to the. No, we didn't finish Janus. We finished the rebel camps and stuff like that. Not finished Janus. We need to go back to and confront the leader. But we got back to the void ship in the interim, and I've leveled everyone, equipped some more items to people. Totally forgot Jay existed. So we might run her. She might be fun. Gave her one of the Aldari sniper rifle just to give her a little bit more range than her pistols. Could have given her the Aldari shuriken, but her pistols I feel are better, and then this just gives her some form of long range damage. And yeah, just leveled up everyone. Nothing too important. Mostly just yeah, next level we get an ability. It's nice, but just a bunch of perks. I got Fire at Will. Just that way we have a way of reducing the AP cost of backline. Unfortunately, it's not the... so it's backline and not the rear, right? So backline is the one that does like dodge cover efficiency. Dodge reduction is nice because it allows those burst weapons to potentially hit a little bit more often, right? So basically the idea is to have like Argenta or whatever in here, and then 1 AP less on her cost allows her to use her other buffs more. Concentrated fire, controlled shot. So I feel like concentrated fire, I need to actually equip something that does that. Because right now it's actually useless, because these aren't area attacks, these are burst attacks. So like a hand flamer or something could make use of that. Equip this instead of the bolter. So because the bolter, it has better armor, just has higher armor pen, same rate of fire, more ammo though, so a lot less reloads actually has to be done. And then dodge reduction is nice. So let's see, do we have anything that do an area attack? Actually, we do. Also, I gave Abelard the melt gun because I realized he could use that. The foe hammer, yeah. Instead of giving you that, we're going to give it to Argenta. Which, rip her pistol, but having at least her ability not be completely useless, I feel is good. Oh, actually, here we go. Hand flavor. There you go. Now she has the area ability. Perfect. You can have the foe hammer back, mister. Wherever you are. You should be right here. Alright. So there's that. But yeah, having one less AP cost could be useful. Just allow for other abilities to go off, other utilities. It's kind of hard to decide on the Grand Strategist talents without really having played through with them, because a lot of bonus something, and it's hard to know how much that's actually going to feel like impactful. But an AP cost increase is pretty solid, and it'll, gives the backline something unique instead of having just the front line be everything. All right, enough yapping. Let us finish this area. Alright, Yerlit should come. Heinrichs. Yeah, I feel like this is our party. Maybe Pascal isn't necessary. Potentially. We could go with Argenta instead. I don't know if we want Jai. Because we got two snipers. Pascal, who's our mid-ranger, basically. Heinrichs, who I need to use his other ability more. Cassia, who's just God herself. Abelard's heavy melee. Pascal's are... Heinrichs and Abelard are kind of our tanks in kind of different ways. Heinrichs more of a dodge tank, and then Cassia and Pascal are kind of clearers. Would be good to try out I'm pretty good at... Pascal is kind of replaceable here. So because I do have high skill checks into the same things. Pascal does because of intelligence. So, we could do Jai for some fellowship. And officer abilities. No, I don't use Jai enough. Let's use Jai. Oh, I bet if I had Jai along in the first party, she'd probably have something to say too about Eurlit. Gunner Vyats is stopped. Alright. Let's just go.
Victory awaits!
Loading times, loading times. There's something I wanted to check. It was your thingy here, right? Yeah, Emperor's Wrath. Because I was like, I need to give Heinrichs a mid-range attack, and then I realized he does have a attack. Yeah. So, there we go. Heinrichs always had the solutions all along. Jai, you can be... that's fine. Alright, we're going in. We're going with Entourage. Also, having Jai is nice. We finally have like a more fellowship character. I mean, Cassie has fellowship due to her perks, but I believe Jai's naturally a little bit higher. Slowest walk ever. Greetings, your lordship. How can I be of assistance? Found the rebels. Have you really? And what have you learned? The rebels were being manipulated by Janus. I wiped out those foul aliens, but I let the humans live. I suppose you had strong justifications for such a decision. You have woven your web of deceit in vain. You can no longer hide behind a veil of ignorance. He has seen the evidence of your deeds, heard the cries of a tormented Lithian, and walked amidst the decay that you brought to the maiden world. Enough of your lies, chaos wench. She hasn't really started. I was going to try to extract a little bit more information. Eurlit! How dare you, filthy vermin! I would have flayed for the outburst. Your lordship, what's going on? The colors are darting and fro like started shadows. The colors know that they are the veil that stands between the soul and the truth. The veil falls, and all red and purple. Even now, I can already see the muted people seeping through. Muted purple. I've already heard enough of Vitensia, but if you wish me to repeat myself, we know that your loyalty lies with the ruinous powders. Clenches their teeth hard enough that you hear a crack. I, daughter of House Viat, governor of Janus, and citizen of Imperium, serve no one other than the Emperor and the Von Valencius dynasty, and what you're accusing me of is merely a tool at my disposal. A tool that I have the power and courage to use. Do you think ordinary methods would have been enough to tame this demented planet? No, my family struggled for decades to subdue Janus once for all, and it was all in vain. But loyal servants of those families who resided on Janus for centuries helped me unlock a new source of power, ancient knowledge secretly passed down from generation to generation, accessible to select few, which grants power over nature itself. How could I reject it? How could I undo the work of my predecessors who entrusted with Janus to faithfully serve the Von Valencius dynasty, and who, to madman's obsessiveness, hewed this rock into a stunning diamond? 2 days spent among the initiated was enough for me to start hearing the voices of angels in my ears. Angels who gifted me keys to conquering the world. Yeah, so... I know demons exist in this world. I don't think angels do. Alright. Before you fed my ears with more accusations of moral admonitions, remember who dutifully served your dynasty all these years. Remember who has devoted her life turning Janus to a primary source of wealth, protectorate. Remember who, blah, 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 blah. She's coping. Okay. Explanation unworthy of the world's governor. Exactly, Cassia. Respect be rewarded for faithful service and boast sacrifice you should never have made. The world has turned its back on you, Venenzia, and so has the God Emperor. What more proof do you need? Along talk, the monkey has confessed their handiwork. Ooh. Let's get some points. Let's get some Iconoclast points. Yeah, 5 is pretty good. You make a mistake in thinking anyone would come to aid in my world. Servants to me. I didn't want to take the other options because they might have, like, blocked out the Iconoclast points, and I want to get those because I think we're actually close to getting the next level in Iconoclast, so I want to check that out. I keep forgetting, like, where exactly I've landed. So, Dogmatic, I'm like 20 points away. There's just some extra burning. And here, actually, never mind, we're nowhere close, but we do need a lot of points. Alright. So, we're about the same.
And done.
Oh, is my tech use less than Jai's? Also, her Lorisninos is crazy. Oh yeah, because she scales with, yeah, it is, she is. Yeah, scales with Fellowship. Crazy.
My warp sight reveals something.
Alright, who is our demo guy? 30, 55, 40, 30, 60. Okay, so it is still Heinrichs. Nope! Run away!
Intriguing.
Just a bolt pistol. That's fine. Alright, let's save here because I imagine past this door is probably to fight. I like the big rune on the floor. Oh, hell yeah.
A new challenge for me?
Yeah, we have more than enough tech use. Ah! The demon orbs. That looks like a slash demon. Alright, we're just going to chill here and just vibe for a bit. Alright, now I'll actually save. Sorry, don't have that cutscene in the way. Okay, okay. Well...
We must act. What is that?
I think we'll have the 2 snipers sit on this, like, backline over here.
What advice do you
Abelard,
I'm watching your back.
Heinrich.
We are the spearhead of
Remember, innocence proves nothing.
Alright, well, depending on our initiative, this is either good positioning or bad positioning, which, you know, narrows it down a lot. Actually, you know what?
Do you require inquisitorial approval?
I think we can go this way, so Heinrichs is going to go this way, so that way we have at least one melee character this way. Yeah, we'll just start shooting them.
I won't heed your
Okay.
cries of mercy.
Great.
Will bleed.
Also, I totally forgot the reason I was always going first is because it's literally a grand strategist perk. Like, it's just a class features that you always go first. Okay, so not the best initiatives, as in half our party is on the back end, but half our party is on the front end, which is pretty good. Okay. So our 2 snipers will go, and so these guys are just doomed to be group, kind of. Actually, no, they're not actually doomed to be group. Alright, Abelard, you get up there. Heinrichs, you get behind that cover. Jai, you can sit here. Cassia. That should be enough. You have a lot of movement, if I remember correctly, once you get going, so you can start a little bit further back. Yuliet, I like how some things seem to, like, they might be cover, and then they're not. Like, this is full cover, and then these things aren't any cover. Like, I expect this to be half. Same with this thing to be half. Oh well. Oh, actually... I want the rear to be... I guess, actually, we could put the rear here, but I don't... I think I prefer the damage rather than the dodge chance. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just go for it. Okay, now we'll actually save. Again, I know I've said now we'll actually save 3 times now, but it's fine. What I more mean is that, you know, we'll have a save here for the actual battle, since there was not really anything in between. And I don't think we're going to get better. Like, I don't like re-rolling initiative and stuff like that, because that's a little cheap. Alright. Front line is pretty darn obvious. Okay. Didn't really need to use that AP, but that's fine. Well, having 1 less AP usage could be very good for
Nothing
Juliet, because I have the 2 AP sniper rifle, but it's not exactly a problem at the moment. Cool.
Already done.
Do that. What are we looking like? Okay, 81. 81, so that's just a hit chance. Is it because he's on cover, or that's just the hit chance? What's your dodge looking like? Very high dodge, got it. You know what? Let's just guarantee this kill.
For me. Nothing of value.
Right, because he's in the zone, so we don't need actual pure damage. Right, we just need to get him below like 30 health, which is not difficult to achieve in our case. Alright, Juliet. You're gonna get behind cover. Get perfect spot going. What praise do we have? Secret Chamber Guard, Maid of Honor. What's our hit chance look like for Maid of Honor? Okay, Maid of Honor I think is who's going to go. So you're rank 4, which means you are a threat. Okay. So, at the start of her next turn, cannot miss. It's weird. It was just a little bit not super clear to me. Alright, so if we could do this and get some more exploits for some damage. No, we can't. Never mind. Alright, well, we will just then precise attack instead. Actually, so I guess my main thing is, like, do we still get the attack at the end here? I guess we'll see.
This tedium is beneath me. Fortune favors the swift.
Cool.
Give in to sensation.
Alright, Heinrichs. Before the warp gets too bad, let's get these bad boys off. Okay. Okay, so what does this look like? So our psi rating is 2, so from 1 to... what is the staff's power level? Five plus our resolve is the power level, so 10 is the power level. So 1 to 20 damage. Actually, 1 to 30 damage. That's quite the roll. Yeah, so it's really a resolve thingy here.
Let's see to it.
Which, you know, let's get it going. Because I know they're going to drive it not like crazy, so might as well.
For the throne's glory.
What's 60% hit chance look like? Doesn't look like he did a dodge because right it's an AoE. Weird. Alright. Just gonna do that and get our 4-sword out.
My faith strengthens me.
Hey, wait a minute. Stun grenades are illegal.
Break their morale.
Damn, 2 grenades
Don't
and a
touch me.
running gun. Yeah.
Look out. I am your doom.
Well, screw that cover, I guess. Okay. Not color. Yes, these are 1 AP now. Okay, so how the hell do we use Jai again? Okay, so forced movement. And this is a buff. In exchange for my stacks. Interesting. Okay. So let's see. It carries over. Good to know, good to know. Okay, well, in this case... Unfortunate positioning of Heinrichs there. Okay. Of course. Okay. I think we can charge of Abelard here. Let's do it. We can. Yeah, melee range. Got it. Alright. I guess we're just going to shoot. Wait, I literally have a sniper rifle. I, like, specifically got this guy for purposes like this. Okay, so these guys are a little bit more danger than I thought they were going to be. Alright, can we not kill 4 fucking... I get points for every hit. Is kind of the other problem, though. Right, because I just got the perk that... Sorry I'm taking so long to calculate this person's turn, but I think I just got the... Yeah, for every hit scored, you get another stack, which is good, because I want to get over 20, so I could use this and give it 10%. Yeah, last extra until end of combat, 10% buff's pretty good. We're just gonna shoot.
My soul sings in ecstasy.
Well, that sucks. Yeah, I guess we'll just shoot.
Tell me, and it is done.
7 shots, 7 misses is a bit rough. Okay, Cassia, you're here to. Oh my God! It applies to that. Well, it was nice knowing you, enemies of mankind. Unfortunately, you will cease to exist very soon. Okay, got that buff going.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
We have to cover. Do we get the stun? No. Tragic. Okay, you're getting mind blasted. I'm fine taking a smidgen of damage. This is really funny. Cassie is slightly strong.
To being ordered around.
Alright. I guess we'll just voice of command. Oh, you've already been given a turn.
Me?
We'll give Jai a
You
turn.
insist, Lord Captain.
We'll then proceed to, I don't know, cry? Let's Pathfinder, why not? Hey, it did.
Remember
Perfect.
the name.
I think it's better to just sit in the armor. Okay, I need to kill her because she is literally just summoning.
Expecting you.
Okay, Abelard. Pop this because you have people actually near you. I can reach now.
A tactically sound approach.
I should be able to reach now. Okay. And we will melee you. You are stunned, so it's actually not that big of a problem, but... Plus 7 damage is pretty good, but not super important right here when he has this much health. He's already stunned, so it's better for me to get moving so I can get towards the summoner. Or Revelation. Sure. Alright. Taunting Scream. Get the melee characters nearby. And you know what? Who needs a defensive stance?
Give in to sensation.
Cool.
Such is the will of
Oh, there's another secret chamber guard.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Alright, what's my range looking like here? Can't get you. You're in the way. Alright, I'm going to focus on finishing off this initiative. Look like Daemonette, you're stuck, so actually you don't matter in the turn initiative. Chamber Lieutenant, you're also kind of stuck. Okay, let's move. We're going to move up, so I can now move the rear line. Because at least we have someone in the back line. We're going to move the rear to here.
All too easy.
Okay. Should have moved the front line as well. Or I should have moved the front line instead, kind of honestly,
Nothing I
but it's
can't
fine.
do.
Alright, who are we killing? Secret Chamber Guard. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna go for the Lieutenant. Okay, I was just checking his armor to see if I needed to do that instead. Well, in that case, I guess we just shoot. Cool. And I guess just get this going. Might as well have the AP. What the hell is this? Huh. Oh, yeah. I was like, what? Okay, cool. So you can attack and still get that. That is good news to
I
have.
approach the designated position.
I know, not supposed to move from cover, but it is what it is. God damn, your health is not looking great. You're still marked.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Monkey. What's our armor look like? It's just pure dodge. What's our hit chance? 86.
I understand your intent.
Almost got it. Also, I don't know if we can have multiple at once, but let's see. Hunt down. Hunt down. Okay, so you can't have multiple at once, so you should actually apply them to all the targets. Ah, not a berry, like I said. Alright, Heinrichs, you got a job here. Okay.
I won't object to it.
Okay. He should be dead from biophysical distortion, right? 9? Yeah, cool. Let's get that pumping. And then, I guess, heal and charge. Parry's unfortunate.
Naturally.
Yeah, they have very high melee skill, who would have thought? Cool. Well, I got distortion and bleeding on, which is pretty big.
You will pay an
Good
even
thing I
greater
healed.
price.
14 damage to cover. I was like, those values aren't making sense. Yeah! Cool. Alright, let's apply a buff here. We should. You're gonna get him out more damage now. Okay. I think I'm just going to shoot this guy and just end him.
Right there.
End both of them. Yeah, that's good. And we'll just bring it down. Against Thunder Slam.
To the brink of agony.
And I get a free attack. Which is not actually that useful, so we're going to do a single shot instead. Yeah, is what it is. We don't need to reload our guns. Okay, Cassia, can you just like brain blast everyone? No, but you can brain blast the important summoner, which is pretty good.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you inherit that race, at least.
Blast has been brained. Can we can spack Vitencia, which we will be doing. In fact, okay, so how much there? 25 to 54, so 28 to 60. What happens? How much do we actually go up here? A smidgen.
Indeed. Reduced to dust.
Parry's fine.
For fun for Lanciers.
Alright. Can I not, like... Thank you. That sucks. Yeah, he's either really good at melee. Just gonna eat the attack then.
It will be done.
Ah, you'll win that, Lord.
Minds exist only to be broken.
Cool. Alrighty. Okay, I actually had no vision to do anything. Really? No sight to that guy? Interesting. Alright, well, you know what they say. Move the front line. Can I just see nothing? Okay, well that's a little sucky. Sure. Why not?
Just designate a target.
Alright, we can at least shoot you. Yeah, okay. No health,
If it serves
no
your
schmaltz.
cause. This tedium is beneath me.
That sucks. Alright, well, you know, it's fine. Alright, you're just gonna finish this guy off. You have blood? You don't have blood. Well, you're poisoned now, so screw you.
I won't object to it.
Holy terror!
Okay, you're actually
Smite
dead,
your
dead now.
enemies.
Just like a force field, right? Yeah, 50% chance. It did proc every other time, so can't complain there. Fortunately, you're not safe from poison, so you're done. Oh no, never mind. She is safe from poison. What a character. Buff the living hell out of this man. Okay, so you can't use that.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
Cool. 35 is crazy.
At your beck and call.
I'm a minute
I've
in.
seen worse battles than this in my time.
Just go for it.
For the throne's glory. Nothing stands against me.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like... She lowers her weapon, remains tense, finally catches her breath, shaking her hair out of her face, a fluid motion, and looks at you. You have done your duty, Alontak. From now on, the Lilithan is hope for the future, a future without Slaanesh and her followers. The world has yet to be cleansed, and there is time for everything. Now, it is time to thank you. So I hope that's the last we'll hear about cultists on Janus. You're hoping in vain. The seeds these spawn leave behind may sprout in 100 years, and other people and other deeds. I pray I am wrong. What about you, Alontak? Will you return to the skies, to the blackness amid the stars, to seek a way through the gloom and tread? I feel like her thing about, like, let me join you on the stars and sun, that stuff should come in now instead of when we, like, initially were leaving. To just go quick stop before getting over here. Yeah, here. I hear yearning in your words. Would you not come with me on travels? I could use a good markswoman. Yeah, she's like, will we ever meet again? Go with you? Perhaps. Perhaps. That way I could search out traces of my kin who survived destruction of our world, or even find out the cause of their deaths. Oh, sure, and I pray to the exalted one that your good heart is not broken by the black ungratefulness for those that welcome into your retinue. My consolation is that Xenos is still a little different from the damned scum that plague humanity in the Cronus Expanse. Xenos in the retinue of a rogue trader is acceptable precedent, although highly undesirable and fraught with danger. Good old Heinrich's having talked through his teeth. If you truly cared for Dalantok, you wouldn't be following him. You would have thrown yourself into the abyss long ago. You're a cranker, and the jaws of Slaanesh yawn wide within you. Don't talk to me about dangers. You monkey has no notion of what he's playing with. Well, Dalantok, since your will supersede human laws on Xenos, I will face no reprisals when I'm by your side. I accept your offer. Cool. New party member. Sorry, Adira. You died a horrible death. Okay, new gun. Just a bolter. We don't need just a bolter. Medium flak vest. We'll take a look at that.
You make my soul uneasy, Seer of Shael. Is it your third eye? Or is it something else?
Seer
Whatever
Shael.
it is,
Interesting.
do not come any closer.
I will say the same to you. The glare of your soul dazzles my sight.
Interesting.
To the point of pain.
Nope.
To the point of tears.
Audio.
We should keep our distance.
I like how we just kind of
None
like
shall stand in
somewhat
my
useless
way.
items there are. It's always so funny to me. How much cargo does this give? That's actually quite a bit of provisions cargo. Okay, some actual decent things. Let's see here. A needle pistol, which does a toxic needle. Not the worst. That's a single shot pistol though, which isn't the best. Auto gun, just some light 25%. 10 persuasion, that's something. And more books that reduce your will-related things. Okay. Signet ring. I think Cassia, you can have that. Yeah, I think I'll just replace this.
I'm afraid not.
Oh. What's our awareness look like? 65, 90. Yeah, you are our awareness character. Commerce and Lord Pyrium. Lord Pyrium, I know we're fine. Commerce. Okay, we have a decent commerce character. Jai's really good, but. Okay. Have a really good persuasion. So 25 light, 30. It's also light. Alright, Cassie, you can have a little bit more armor. Oh, it actually changed their model. It's always weird which ones actually change the model or not. Cool. Well, that fight was pretty solid. Those like 3 guys were actually very strong range fighters. They actually had like running gun and stuff like that. It says it has an injury, but she does not have an injury on like the little bar here, so I think that may
won't
be slightly
tolerate
bugged.
weakness.
So just looking for also, did we never loot no. Sorry, I thought that was like the entrance. Get Heinrichs. Do you find it funny that the key apparently just doesn't help at all? Oh, it's law text. So, just a bunch of notes on how to behave like a noble. Just flat 10 strength. Not the worst. I know you're probably... How often are you practicing tax opportunity? Not honestly that often. So plus 10 strength might be solid there. What do you got? Weapon skill and 5 strength. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Okay, cool. You don't really have... It's possible you could maybe want it, but I think we're good. Also, I might swap this. The extra attack a turn is good, except I need to spend like no AP. Because it's not a free attack, right? So I have to spend like no AP. So I have to have some sort of... I guess I could have a pistol that I swap to, right? And something that takes like 1 AP or whatever. Just get an extra shot in there. You can't use human weapons, so... Alright, well, that is fine. Anything past here doesn't look like it. No. Alright, well, now we are done with Janus. Got a companion. We killed a bunch of heretics, which is good. Good. Xenos Heresy, more fine. Chaos Heresy, not good. Your Lordship, what happened? Where's the Deviat? Secretary stares at Yula in horror. Her face twists and she cannot get out of a single word. Janus was under two distinct threats: the corruption of chaos under the former Vitensia Viat and her associates, and the Xenos who had been manipulated of the servants of the Imperium. I had dealt with both of them. Heresy? Xenos? God, Emperor preserve us, your lordship. You surely have saved us from our doom. We begin scouring the plan to read out our remaining conspirators and traitors. He has to speak, but thinks better of it, choosing to step aside and bow ahead as you pass. Nope, he's walking. Yeah, so what I was thinking is potentially just giving her back her normal rifle. Alright, so 1 range 18. Okay, so pretty much stats are identical except for a little bit more damage. You can have your sniper rifle back. And I know you're already AP starved, but it's funnier this way. Okay. I'm just not making use of the free attack where I would get more use out of having one potentially AP more flexibility. I kind of doesn't actually tell you which ones are like major and minor. I don't think into like just at least into hotbar, so you can't actually really. I mean, you know which one by experience. It doesn't take long to figure it out, but it's just funny that there isn't just a little like marker that says, you know, major, minor. Maybe there is. Maybe I'm blind. It's also possible. Okay, cool. So that's it. Update. All right, freedom. Oh my God, free from Janus. You now have control over Grainers and Janus. Promise to help give them Legion Footfall. Gladium Tukar can now be fulfilled, so the rectangle desire. Yeah, we're doing our Iconoclast stuff in here. 15, that's pretty good. Some XP, and then also some profit factor. Welcome to Rotator, Duchess Mechanicus Planetary Office, brought upon a ship containing 70 versatile... Okay, so cool. So we got some mobile extractiums. And we have a new colony. Okay, so this is our second colony, so we already kind of know what's up. Alright, so Chempines. So these are... The first rank seems to be exclusive, and then other ranks, you can do whatever. Alright, so from this one, we get security. Some chemicals and provisions. So we get a replenishment. How frequently does it replenish? Who knows? Oh, interesting. So, it's a grenade. Interesting. A demolition scaling grenade, like, effect. For blindness, slow, or disturbed. I mean, it's okay. Having a reflesh is pretty nice, but... we get an Aldari sniper rifle here. That's a toxic one. No, a Dukari, not Aldari. Very different. So we don't have anyone with Dukari proficiency, but we could easily give her one. And it just having toxic, which it doesn't describe here, but is pretty nice. We get another profit factor, we get some complacency and some xenotech. Or we get a stim. So for like Avalard or whatever, and it's like, okay. So I think I'm probably going to go with the Starblight one. Let's read here. What's going on? Ah, okay, so people are trying to get out of the cold trade. Interesting. So Chem Princes, basically their main goal is to is like kind of the agricultural and like elements of it. give it a Deathless Mechanicus planet. I'm not sure how much the like lore part of this really matters, rather than just the mechanic end here. And then the Ultra Inquisitors is ex-cold trade people trying to become politicians, basically. Which, you know, we're sympathetic to. We're kind of on that. We're on the cold trader kind of route. So I think we'll just go with them. Cool. So, other things. Just seeing if there's any of them that have a lot of reputation. Find some mechanisms. We can do that one too. I was just thinking any of them are just like immediately available. Cool. Alright, let me save because that was quite a bit before I've actually done a hard save. And we're probably ready to go. We have enough plasteel, I think. This is 3 plasteel. We do have 10 extractium, so we can be a little bit less stingy now. But let's go to the main world. That's this button, right? Yeah. It's been a bit since we've done space stuff. Okay. Plasteel. Plasteel. Getting some adamantite, but if I remember correctly, it was like 1 adamantite. So, I think that's why we didn't get them. You haven't actually explored too much here. Okay, that's just warp. The kill of the warp jump was disturbed by reports of frightening sounds and visions that descended upon the crew. Hundreds of people reported knocking and screaming the bulkheads of void vessels, sounds of nails scratching against the hull, and elongated Eldari-like shadows flashing about the long passageways. Phenomena was mostly prominent in the far corner of the officer deck where Lord Captain's companion named Mueller has been making her home. Let's chart some routes. Okay, well, nothing of real worth in terms of routes. Yeah, we've got a medium one from there to there, which is pretty solid. Yeah, let's visit. Captain, the Vox system intercepted distress signal coming from an Imperial vessel. The system contains a ship belongs to the planetary fleet of Dragonis, capital of Von Valencia's dynasty. As the mission is repeated at regular intervals, the message itself is corrupted. A cacophony of requests for help, groans and shouts. Wonderworld, it's your name there, shouting Lord Captain. This is a place. Alright. A lot of space dust. Alright. Get a quick save. Because I'm pretty sure the space dust is just items to get. And we'll check out the void ship. Actually, we'll scan this first. That's an asteroid, alright. 4 plasteel. We just keep getting plasteel, dude. We can come back. We can always just come back. So, I don't think we haven't had a need. Alright, what's going on here? Oh, it's a place. Also, we leveled. Okay. Jai, I'm sorry, but you're not holding up. Hewlett. Let's bring back the OG squad here. It's been a bit since we had our Jensen to play with, and Hewlett, I'm sorry, but we're already a very competent sniper, and we don't have enough AP to... she's not bad. I got a little bit better using her, but... Let us take a look here. Cool. Okay, so it doesn't seem very large, but... Level abilities. Okay, so this is either going to go really fast or really quiet. I had started some of these, so... Overwhelming... If I remember right, the reason I didn't choose this one immediately as my second option was, like, this last sentence here is that this additional effect does not work on some stronger enemies, which is going to be every enemy we really want it to apply to. Right, because everyone else is dying fast enough that isn't, like, a strong enemy that we don't really care too much about the debuffs, honestly. Especially not the, like, the debuffs that are like affect their offense. Not something we too much care about. Blitz Stratagem is a really nice reposition ability, which in our case allows them to move 14 cells, or in range around 14 cells around. Basically can move to the area, so it allows us to... So it doesn't cost MB and doesn't AOOs, so like we can really reposition pretty much our entire party if we're not actually like super far back, and 14 is still pretty solid. So that's very nice. But Combat Locus is the one that's also interesting to me, largely because doubling the bonuses is great. Main problem is that it discharges the other ones, but there is a follow-up talent I was reading that allows you to keep 2 up still, which is, in reality, we're not using all 3 very often / effectively. So I think we're going to go Combat Locus and basically apply this to the whatever one. Either the... I mean, the dodge reduction one probably doesn't really ever need this. But if we really need to like one-shot somebody, we can do a damage one, or if you really need the tank place to really tank. I mean, it's good. So I think we're going to do that. I think we'll get a little bit more flexibility out of that. Yeah, I spent some time looking, but it was mainly like... Right, turning this to a 38% extra armor is literally an entire, like, solid medium armor. Likewise, 25% dodge and dodge reduction extra is not anything to sniff at, and, an extra 19% damage. And, 12% crit chance can be really good, even though we are critting pretty often, but, just makes it better. Especially once we get the talent. What was it? It was one of these things. Blurred Locus. So we can keep 2 up, basically, which is good. Abelard. Okay, you also get a skill. I think Bulwark is the only one that's really worth anything. Because we already have Defensive Stance and a Taunt. Bulwark gives us, quite a bit of damage reflection in reality. Being immune to being pushed and stuff like that is pretty good. So Resell Radius, honestly, are usually not that close. We're usually right outside of that, honestly. We're not super fellowship based, so not too important. So I think Bulwark is the pretty obvious choice for you. And I think you are our Carousey boy. Yeah, you are at 100. Though we haven't had too many skill checks that are important for that. Athletics, we could go for. Yeah, we'll do athletics here. Make that one a little bit better. Okay, so this is going relatively quickly. Ooh. Okay, so we already got Warp Curse. Cassie might take a little bit. So we can do Show to Path, which we starred. Let's see. So melee weapons, they immediately gain the ability to charge. Not terrible, not super great though. Also, just my eye, great. Could do a zone thing. Scourge of the Red Tide might be good, especially. So this one allows us to get a line to do soul burn, but it's okay. We have Men Reality, which allows us to just wipe out the entirety. Men Reality is definitely up there. Okay, and then Scourge of the Red Tide, I think, is the other one. That's really... We don't need to debuff him that badly. Real Line's already pretty nutty. Alright. it's in it, enters it, or begins their turn in it. So you'll at least proc twice if we do it on enemies, right? From, let's say, 9 at minimum to... It's just an AoE damage area, and we really don't need that as much, right? Considering it's better for us to just eye blast twice. So I think... Like how this one is calculated. So 1 times 2, 6 times 6 plus 4. So this does a little bit more damage. I think we're going to go with Men Reality, just to allow us to really... I mean, we're not using that much Psyker stuff, though. So, like, Cassia is reducing it enough that it's actually not super important. I don't think we need any of these. The damage deflection against warp and psychic powers, though, is pretty good. And this is nice for when... This is nice for when, like, those, like, big chaos fights are, like, starting at max degradation. We can literally just wipe that and severely hamper their ability to spawn in demons. The other real option, we get another ability here, so technically, yes, Crush's Web Tie just does not seem good enough. Immolate Soul is tempting, though. The Hell in My Gaze's, like, immobilization, though, is pretty solid. Could do movement. We could start getting movement stuff. I already have Revealed Light, which is just like huge. Oh yeah, this is like the big build here of the end there. Let's see. Ability marks the target. Must pass a willpower resistance test to avoid this. So that's like a recovery, basically. And I could see that coming useful against like boss fights and stuff like that, especially since it allows you to basically heal entirely. Do we have... I swear to God we do have... Sorry, now I should have just literally... that's not good. It does allow them to pass that. Man, sorry. Cassia takes a long time to think. I'll probably try to trim this down a little bit. So I have 2 abilities I can get total. Right? And I don't know what Exemplar gives you. Exemplar doesn't give you any abilities ever again. Actually, it does. Takes a long time. Actually, it only takes it there. Oh, you can get your, like, those abilities back. That's cool. Because the idea is I could do Zone of Fear and start getting these alternate abilities, basically. Just to have a little bit more utility here, because getting point of curiosity, really is crazy for the staff we have of Cassie, allowing her to like fire off the Mind Blast multiple times. It's actually like insane, genuinely insane. Men Reality is super good too. It's one of those things where it's like, because we can fire off multiple times now, this is less appealing simply because I am regularly now like reducing by 4 per turn anyways, which isn't, you know, obviously clearing the entire thing, but it is enough to like stave off anything that is not a pure warp fight, basically, and, you know, counteract any amount we give Heinrich's abilities. So I think we're going to just start with Zone and Fear. And then, because we don't care about the apathy, really. But the Fear is nice. Get opportunity attacks. Helps Heinrichs out. Especially since we already have the perk that allows us to do that. Alright, skill. Could get awareness. I think you're demo man now these days, buddy. Although Argenta's in the team now, but she isn't always in the team. And she's like kind of the easierly replaced characters for whenever we get a new one. So I think you get to be demo man. Abelard has both Carouse and Athletics on you. Yeah, what's her Lore Xenos? Pascal is better. Lore Warp, Lore Imperium. Yeah, just the raw abilities a little bit much. Okay. Then yeah, you get to be our alternative demo man. Okay, ability. I don't think we're doing an assassin ability here. I think fainting attack for some reason was the idea, but I think we're going with the Psyker abilities because we got quite a few that are starred here. So Shield of the Emperor was a very tempting one. Because we were looking to get Sword of Faith, I believe. Which we need Hammer or Light, which we actually don't have. Because we don't have Port Shield. Never mind. We already get Sword of Faith. Yeah, because we got the Biomancy abilities. So yeah, we've been going down to Biomancer stuff. Never mind. So, regeneration and warp speed are what we're looking at here. Okay. Till the end of combat. Yeah. That seems like a good reason to take that. My god. And then metabolic overcharge. So, regeneration. Till the end of combat, target recovers, in this case, 2 plus willpower bonus divided by 2, so like 4 wounds beginning each turn, and removes that effect. Warp speed is so comically better. Alright. Well, we now have a way of giving more AP to characters, which is genuinely insane. 5 MP as well. Abelard, you're crazy. Heinrichs, you're now also crazy. Our agility will go up by 6. Which isn't much, but it does push people if they're on the border. Okay. You, lady, I think we're getting you Devastating Attack. Yeah. And a common talent, okay. Well, we are using a flame weapon now. So, 8 extra damage, not too bad. And then a bunch of extra armor pen. Yeah, like, that's a lot of armor pen. And then against Xenos, a little bit less. So that's something worthwhile, especially since we're using those kind of now. Did we start anything else? Ballistic skill, I mean, yeah. Combat Master isn't a terrible idea. An extra 10 health. Is, yeah, that's a quarter, 25% health increase there. Is there dodge 100%? I think you're fine. Combat Master. Or extra main damage is not. Doing my part, we do not have another archmilitant, like, at all, in our party, whatsoever. Unfortunately, it's not per turn, it's in each combat, which does like her first turn a little bit better, but since none of her things last the entire combat, in terms of, like, the abilities, not actually super great. Some classes, that's actually really good now I think about it. The ones that can apply, like, entire combat buffs and that stuff, that does make the first turn significantly better for him. So I think Flensing Flaith, not a terrible idea. Of course, you know, completely useless against none of those creatures, but you do already have some of the related stuff. Would have been cool in the last fight, right? The other thing would be potentially proficiency. You could use the melt gun. Flame weapon expert. You know, you could become the flame girl. Well, a minimum 1 AP is actually not that important. Oh, also, how's your armor? 50%? Yeah, that's great. Yeah, here, we'll just give Pascal's level while I think a little bit more. Let's see. Bounty Hunter gives 10 silver. He is trailed. Not terrible. Don't care. I mean, I think four times, let's see, ballistic skill plus perception. In this case, is going to be 9. 9 times 4, 36% damage. I mean, gain a free attack is pretty solid, especially on Pascal, who's really not even always doing anything. This last part scales off in Hunter's attacks until the end of combat, and Hunter's next attack turn deals an additional BS bonus plus int bonus in our case, which is going to be 11 extra damage for the next attack. So Cold of Bold's actually pretty useful. Claim to Bounty is also tempting. In this case, doesn't do right. Damage isn't going up that much in reality, but hear me out. We don't care too much. He does still do a good chunk of damage. And he is used... Yes, okay. We're doing this because it allows him to at least do some damage on attacks when he turns when he has used all of his AP. Pascal is one of our more AP-hungry characters where we're kind of regularly like, don't have enough. So I think we're going to do this just to free him up a little bit, to at least do some damage. Alright, your devastating attack. We don't need the flame weapon mastery because it doesn't seem to matter that much, right? 1 AP minimum, obviously, which is a reasonable thing, but it does kind of hurt it considering it doesn't really matter too much. Combat Winter is not terrible. She is kind of up in the biz. More armor pen doesn't hurt. We're not even using bolters right now, so I think Frenzying Faith might be it. It just doesn't really need anything else. Last weapon expert, yeah, more dodge doesn't hurt. We could give her these. Allow her to use some heavy weapons. Do we even have a heavy weapon worthwhile? Sorry, this is now turned into inventory and character build. Okay, we could give her a heavy bolter, but like, why? I'll have rate of fire, but we don't really have. We're not doing like a rate of fire build per se. So I don't think that's actually worth it. We're doing more of like the agi lean in. So yeah, I think Cleansing Faith is what it's going to be. We are keeping chain weapons at the very least, so a little bit more extra damage there doesn't necessarily hurt. Nimble is also good. Actually, I know, I keep doing this, but we get a guaranteed crit anytime we dodge, so maybe just continually to buff dodge is not a terrible idea. So I think we're going to do that. So Nimble's 10%, and then can we do a characteristic agility? We already took that. Okay. So that's the only way we're going to get dodge up. The armor pen on the flamer is so tempting. And a sword, honestly. Right, because 5% armor pen, you know, it gets eaten up entirely. But that goes up to like 40% armor pen. Which ain't having to sniff at. Especially when we do regularly, at least reduce it to that range with our other characters. So I think we're just going to do Cleansing Faith, just because in case it comes up, it will feel very nice. Cool. Alright, now because that took like half an hour to, coalesce my thoughts there, we're going to end this. We have a new ship to explore. It is a happy place, happy, fun, safe environment. OSHA is approving of things. And we'll see what is going on here. The ship seems in relatively good condition compared to a lot of the other ships we found, though, so we'll see.